Hey, less lethal people. So I'm sorry I haven't done too many videos in a while. I'm hoping to start doing a lot more videos and get back into doing more stuff with the less lethal. The past 2 months or so have been a little bit rough for me. My father was in a rehab facility and not doing too good, and I've been doing a lot of stuff taking care of him. But things started to pan out, so that's a little update. And I had a chance to get away for a little vacation, me and the fiance. So we're down here. If it doesn't look familiar to you, the back here, it's I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, and I drove down here, and I took my little buddy with me. He came along with me and my fiance. Oh, where did he? Come on, say hello to everybody. This is Buddy. He's a miniature pinscher. He's about 1.5 years old, and today was his first day going to the beach and taking a little swim with us. He's a very good boy. All right, buddy, go. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. So detents are now available, and we're going to have some detents for the HDB 68. I'm going to install some hopefully this week. I'm going to pick one up, and I want to see how they work and get them out. I want to talk to you a little bit about some stuff going on in the less lethal community that I've seen that has bothered me a little bit, and some of the videos out there that are going around. I don't like to rag on people that do videos, and I commented on a guy who has a channel, and quickly he took my comment down, and I had posted it on the burner thing. I won't say who it is. I don't like doing that. But a lot of these tests now where in the spotlight. Recently, if you guys haven't seen, somebody down in Florida took a burner and put it to somebody's head and used it as a weapon. And that person, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was being charged with attempted murder. I don't know if they'll keep that, they'll drop it, whatever. But people are starting to use these less lethals as for the wrong thing. And it's really going to impact our community. And one of the things that's really annoying me right now that I'm seeing is a lot of people are trying these less lethal launchers on themselves or other people. Let's just start by saying, even though it's less lethal, you need to treat it as you would a firearm and follow the same safety precautions. They can seriously hurt you. I don't care what, and even 15 joules, 20 joules, we've all seen DK's video with the burner HD, it cracked a ballistic skull. There's so many different items out there on the market right now that you could use to test, to simulate bone, simulate a human being. There's no need to practice these anymore. There's been videos done over and over again. I know people do it for the likes and this, that, and the other thing, and they want the numbers and they want all the followers. But is that really good for the community? Is that really good for us? You know, some people are not fortunate to live in a place where they can carry a firearm, or some people are not fortunate to be able to carry a firearm for other reasons. And this is the only line of self-defense they have. And if people continue to do foolish things like shoot themselves or shoot other people to see what it does in the name of science, you're going to have a kid that does this. They're going to take their father's less lethal, or so they're going to get their hands on a less lethal, and they're going to be horsing around with their friend, and they're going to wind up seriously maiming or hurting their friend, and laws are going to be passed. Plain and simple. So I do suggest to the whole less lethal community, especially if you make videos or you're just starting out or you're seasoned, stop shooting people with them. Stop doing unsafe things. Okay? Treat it the same way as a firearm would be treated. We can only police ourselves. And practicing it on human targets, we know. We've seen people get hit with pepper balls. We've seen it done it. I've been pepper sprayed myself in the academy. We know it is effective. We know a kinetic round can be effective. We see the damage it can do, and we see the damage it doesn't do. If you're going to shoot yourself with body armor on, no, it's not going to be effective, of course. But if you're going to shoot your friend with it or just to show what kind of a welt it can make in a soft area, you're going to have a kid that shoots it one day at his friend, and he's going to hit the kid in the head or in the eye or somewhere, and it's going to do permanent damage and disable somebody. And I'm telling you, it's bad for the community. So that's all I'm saying on this. Please, we need to police ourselves. Now, moving forward, I traveled down to South Carolina and I drove, and I was looking, if you are a 2A guy and you have a firearm or you're able to travel with a firearm, you can look on the map. There's a whole reciprocity from whatever state you live in. And the state that I live in, South Carolina, is reciprocal, and so are most of the states. But I had to go through 2 major states to get down here that are not reciprocal with my firearm concealed carry permit. So I opted to only take less lethal with me on this journey. And I'll tell you, I was really happy I did, and I feel really confident with it. But on top of bringing the less lethal with me, I also have a bag of stuff that I bring. And I see everybody has a go bag in this. This bag I usually keep with me, and I keep it with me for work. So the bag kind of has things in it all the time, but it also is conducive to my lifestyle. I'm sure my bag is missing some stuff. I'm sure there might be some stuff in my bag that I forget to tell you about. So on the way down here, I also checked the laws through all the states, made sure I can carry my less lethal. And the less lethal that I chose to take with me, obviously, was my Salt Supply S2, which I have right here. And I want to go over some things also in my bag. So I took my S2, and how I have my S2 set up for travel. Now, you have to look at laws. I'm down in South Carolina. 10% OC, 10% CS is not legal to carry down here from what I found on the internet. So the maximum pepper spray or pepper component, OC component, is 5%. So I had to switch out my magazines where I carry the Duke CS tear gas in there, 10%. See, up in Pennsylvania, they let us carry that. Over here, I had to switch it out for the Duke Extreme pepper balls. So I have a Grimberg Jewel in here. I have 2 Duke Extremes, a Grimberg Jewel V3, and 2 more. And I have another magazine set up like that for the backup carry. And then I carry one with just kinetics in it. Now, I also carry, obviously, a couple of CO2s in my bag. And I have my little go pouch right here with that, where I keep my magazines. And I'll put one in my pocket when I'm out and about. And an extra CO2, just in case. So that's that. But I also carry with me at all times, because I use it at work, my flashlight. And in here I keep various different pills. I keep some, obviously a bottle of Advil. I keep my regular, like my cholesterol medicine, all that other stuff that I take with me on a daily basis. And I also keep something called Zicam. For those of you that don't know what it is, it's really, really good. If you take it as soon as you feel a cold coming on, it kind of like, it doesn't end the cold, but it stops it where it is and prevents it from getting worse. And I've been taking this stuff for about 10 or 15 years. It's been working. So I always take that with me just in case I feel a cold coming on while I'm away. And it seems to work good. Next, in my bag, when I open it up, some of the go things that I have, I keep 1 or 2. In my case, I keep 2 with me at all times. 2 tourniquets. Okay, this is a tourniquet. I sometimes keep it on my belt for work, my duty belt, whatever. It works really good to hold a tourniquet in. I try not to keep it on my belt though all the time. Sometimes I keep it right in the side of my bag. It clips on, so I have a tourniquet. We can go over one day how to use those if necessary. And I have another one in here, another tourniquet. So I have 2 tourniquets at all times. I went out and got a generic this was a long time ago, a generic first aid kit. Inside the generic first aid kit, it has a lot of good stuff. Some stuff is a little silly and useless, but most of the stuff is pretty good. But I also add some stuff to a first aid kit. Some of the things I'll put in there is I'll put in cortisone cream. This is prescription grade. Put in some Benadryls into my thing just in case I get stung by a bee or a wasp or something else, or I have an allergic reaction to something. Obviously, there's Band-Aids and all that other stuff that come inside a surgical kit. I also put several extra pairs of rubber gloves in here just in case, for whatever reason. I carry some masks with me, not because so much of COVID anymore or anything, but for other reasons in case I need a mask, okay? I have my CPR first aid, one-way valve kit, and I have something here for those of you that may not be familiar with the outlaw motorcycle lifestyle. There's something called a prospect kit, and you can apply this to your everyday living in a prospect kit. And in there I'll have another tourniquet. I have some threads, some needles, and different sewing thread. Multi-tool, of course, with pliers and all the tools in there, like a small Leatherman. An extra charger for, charging cable and charger for my cell phone. And something else I carry with me, which is gonna sound funny, but it's actually quite useful. I carry 2 tampons with me. And I know that sounds, you'll be like, what the hell is he carrying? You can make fun of me now if you want to. But if anybody knows why, it's because tampons are very good for stopping up a bullet hole temporarily if anything were to happen. So I always do carry them with me in there. And that's another great thing. There are probably some other odds and ends I didn't discuss in there, but for the most part, I'm talking about the stuff that I travel with, and I honestly carry it with me day to day. I go through my bag all the time. I'm always using stuff in here, and it's a little bit big, the bag. It goes on my shoulder, but I always keep it in the truck with me. And if I'm on the motorcycle or something, I could take the prospect kit out, put it in here, or I could take, another little thing and put it in my vest, in my cut, so I could drive with it and it's not in the way. But anyway, those are some of the things I just wanted to share with you. It was a great trip down here, and I'm really grateful for the whole less lethal thing, because it is an option for us. If you can't carry a firearm, or you're going to a place where you can, at least you could still carry something that is going to be of value and give you some decent, adequate protection if, God forbid, you ever needed it. And I felt really good with that, especially that I drove through the night. And we stopped at some rest stops, to use the bathroom, to get something to drink, so on and so forth. So anyway, I'm just touching base with you from down in Charleston, South Carolina tonight. I'm going out on my ghost tour. I booked a ghost tour. I'm taking my old lady with me, and I'm taking my little buddy. He can come for the walk tonight on the ride. All right, say goodbye, buddy. See you guys later. Talk to you soon. Maybe I'll have a surprise for you in a couple of days. You'll see what that is. Anyway, talk to you. Bye.